And we are back. Pokemon Fire Red, Hardcore Nuzlocke. So this is the second attempt. Everything was going really well. We beat our rival. We beat Brock. And we got 2 more encounters going into Mount Moon. And then I misclicked and ended up running into this trainer. And I was getting greedy for the swap train. So like you see a level 6 and a level 8 there. So I would throw out the little guy to get the XP and swap back into a higher level Pokemon just because I was getting really tired of leveling up everybody, and that ended up killing me. So we lose Beedrill, and it was one of those where I didn't want to continue the run without Beedrill. So we had the Fate Zero nicknames here. Let's go ahead and crank up the third attempt and just be a lot more patient and a lot more thorough. Let's do it. All right, so third attempt here. Went with Zane. I don't even know what the naming theme is here. I was just very undecisive, but it doesn't matter as we get absolutely shish kebabbed in the initial rival fight. On to attempt number 4. All right, I've decided on the Greek alphabet. We're just going to have some fun with the nicknames on this one. We're going to have the classic Charmander Bulbasaur fight, and Alpha is right there and is beaten in the speed battle. Fourth attempt down. On to the fifth one. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Fifth attempt comes down. We're trading tackles and scratches. We are trading tackles and scratches. Comes down to the wire, and Alpha falls again. On to the sixth attempt. All right, for the sixth attempt, we've got this. We've got the strat going in. We're going to use Growl just to trim down all of these scratches and see if it helps. But if you look, that is some poor damage, but a critical hit to balance it out, and Alpha fades away with a tackle. We finally clear our rival right out the gate in Pallet Town, and now let's do this. Right there in Route 2, we go ahead and secure the Weedle, and then have no issues beating our rival here with the Kakuna Bulbasaur combo. And then we just pop into Brock's gym, say hi, grab his gym bash, and move on to Mount Moon. Our Mount Moon encounter ends up being the Zubat, no problem there. And then our Route 4 encounter is going to be the Nidoran, chuck the Pokeball, and secure it. And then what I do differently this round is I go ahead and use our Moonstone onto our Nidorino and secure the Nidoking right off the bat. So our stats are looking really good. We're a lot safer here. And then Gamma just comes in and absolutely lays claim to this rival fight right before May. So just a lot smarter, a lot safer. Let's keep it going. Go ahead and secure the Ekans encounter as well as the Oddish encounter. And then you remember that thing I was saying about switch training, with underleveled Pokemon swapping back into the big boys. Well, we had the Leech Seed set up. We swap into the Oddish. We're going to tank a Leer here, and I kind of just bypass it, but then a super effective critical hit peck on top of the Leer one-shots the Oddish from that range, and we now have our first casualty of the second real attempt, or really the 6th attempt in total. Let's keep moving. This time facing Misty, I just went ham with the Vine Whip, so we didn't mess around with the Elite Seed. We didn't try to swap around. We just completely popped off. Vine Whip, Vine Whip, Vine Whip. We do eat a critical hit there, but Alpha is good to go. And now we are making our way back to Lieutenant Surge and the SSN and see if we can redeem ourselves from last time. All right, same train of thought as our last rival fight right before the second gym. We've got the Nidoking. The stats are a lot better. He's very strong at this point in the game, and we're going to see if we can just utilize him to sweep our rival's team. The Sand Attack does come down, complicating things a little bit as we now have a chance of missing these 100% accuracy moves, but the Pidgeotto is paralyzed from the Secret Power, and we do fade away on the bird. So looking good there. Get the level 24 as well. Kadabra comes down, and this time we have more than Horn Attack, but we do miss the Secret Power. We're going to have to take a Stab Super Effective Confusion. Thankfully, we do not get confused, and the Citrus Berry bringing us to a safer space for the sweep as the Secret Power does connect on the second try, and Kadabra falls. Probably the biggest obstacle there. The Raticate comes down. The level discrepancy is massive, and Raticate gets absolutely brick-breaked into the high heavens, and we have a super effective stab dig onto the Charmeleon, and the rival is no more. It is now time for redemption. Lieutenant Surge here in our second full attempt, our sixth attempt total here. Voltorb comes down. We have the Ivysaur. We dodge the Screech. Really looking good. The Razor Leaf does connect for a good chunk of damage. Shockwave comes down. It is going to be not very effective. We will take that, no problem. And the Razor Leaf finishes off the Voltorb. The Pikachu comes down. Another Razor Leaf prepped and ready to go. Pikachu is gone, but not forgotten. And that just leaves the Ace Raichu. And all we need to do is land one Leech Seed, and no matter what this Raichu wants to do, it will chip away at the health bar. The second double team comes down, and Alpha needs to clutch, and he absolutely does. Ivysaur smiling, fulfilling the hopes and dreams of the past attempts here. The Thunder Wave does connect. We are paralyzed, but the berry, the cherry berry, freeing us from that paralysis as we miss a Razor Leaf. No problem there, as the Leech Seed is the long con here. The third double team comes down. All we really need is one Razor Leaf on top of that Leech Seed to connect. The Shockwave, not very effective. We miss 2, 3, 4 Razor Leafs missed, but we are holding on. No problem. The Leech Seed doing all of the heavy lifting. The Shockwave does come down. Not very effective as we miss another Razor Leaf. Look at the Leech Seed do all of that damage. Another Shockwave here. It is an absolute slugfest as a critical hit connects. Alpha is hurting now, but the Razor Leaf breaks through the evasion and the Leech Seed finishes off the Raichu. That is 3 gym battles and a complete redemption from the failed first attempt. We are now back on course. The only casualty so far was the Oddish. Let's go. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on the flip. Peace.